Welcome back to Have Another with Espo. Tonight we're taking a quick look at the fallen soldiers of 2023. Or at least most of them, because apparently I've started collecting whiskey bottles. Who knew? But while we're doing that, we might as well have another with Espo, because I'm kind of bored and it's above freezing, so I don't really need to go out and check stuff. What do you think we should have? I've been eyeing this Elijah Craig small batch for quite some time now. It's been the better part of a month. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. It's probably been a couple weeks. We're going to try it out. First off, ooh, great cork right off the hop. Smells lovely. The appropriate amount in the Glencairn. Keep that in the front while we're on it. Quick tasting notes. I don't know what I'm doing again. Let's remember that. A lot of ethanol in the nose. That's fun. I like it. A little stronger than I was expecting. It's only 47%, so it's nothing too crazy, 94 proof. Let's see how it goes with ice. Oh, that's a big pour. Yeah, that's still really tasty. It tastes like whiskey. I like it. It's not my favoritist. Very good. Recommend. Pick it up if you like it. Let's go through. So, I think first things first, let's go from the beginning. Bottle of cognac. Not even going to try, because you've heard my French before. It's the fancy looking bottle. There is a dribble left in there. I bought this for a recipe. I was making some sort of fried shallots that needed cognac in the thing, and I thought, I'll get the one that I know. And it was this one. That was a mistake, but it's come in really handy with some other drinks I like, so it's fun to have around. I've gotten cheaper ones since, because they don't make the pretty bottle of this particular brand anymore. Or at least I haven't seen it. So it's not really a whiskey, but we'll keep it in there. Next up, this one was probably a 2023 start to finish. This one was, again, probably about 10 years ago. This one's a 2023 start to finish. Just finished off probably at the start of this year, but we're going to include it. It's a bar staple. It's one of my favorite bourbons for mixing things. I like keeping it around. And, yep, front and center. There's our replacement, just in case. It's excellent in the mix. Love a revolver with it. Bullet goes in the revolver, don't you know? And there's really, it's absolutely inoffensive. Great bourbon for keeping around and keeping stock. It's a little bit on the pricier side for keeping around as a mixing bourbon, but it's worth having on the bar for me. Let's pop the Elijah Craig back in spot. Next up is going to be the Legend. This one, I believe I got back in 2019. Most of these next ones are actually going to be very similar thread. This one was for my brother. I forget if it was a birthday or Christmas, but it was right before things started shutting down. And it was also the first bourbon that I ended up making an old fashioned with. Fell in love with them. One of those, how is this like this? How is this good? It's a little bit of sugar and some bitters on top. How does this make whiskey so much better? And I already like whiskey. It is a Japanese style Kentucky bourbon. I don't know what that means. But it's a good pickup. I liked it. It'll probably be something we pop back into the bar, but I didn't have the space or budget for it right now. So it remains an empty bottle. I like the cork. Nice nubby cork. It's got that thick top to it. Pretty on the top as well. Kentucky, Japan. It's always fun. Anyway, Legend. Recommend it. It's gotten more pricey over the years, but it's right in there. Again, another one great to keep on the bar if it's one you like sipping on, if it's one you like making cocktails with. Great one to have around. Next up, we've got our Sazerac Rye. Again, product of Joe. So this one was probably 2020-ish. I want to say, it might have been Christmas 2020 or 2019 to be honest. I think it was 2020 though. That was the inspiration behind ordering the way too expensive bottle of Peychaud's bitters. so I could make an actual Sazerac. Makes a great old-fashioned too, but I figured I should know because I had time, so I did. Highly recommend. It's a nice spicy rye. Again, it's one we refill typically, and by we I mean me. Where are we? Here we are. Keep it over with the absinthe on the bar, because we know what it's for. And finally, we've got Basil Hayden. Again, from my brother and his wife. Delightful people. They like bringing me whiskeys. Makes a heck of a mixed drink. This one was the start of the smoked French toast old fashioned. Lovely one. Not too much in the way of tasting notes for it because I didn't really drink it straight all that often, but we tried it a couple times. It was a really tasty one. But mostly, the bottle's just really cool. It's got that metal band on it. It's always fun. I like it. I thought it was pretty. We've got another one on the bar somewhere, I think. Did I replace that one? Yep. There we go. It's another one that got replaced. Again, these are all in the $45 range, so they're not too crazy as far as Ontario liquors go. Yeah. That's about it. And this, I think, all this talk of old fashions is making me kind of want one. So, we're going to pop that on. This way I get to eat an orange too. I don't have the orange with me. That's going to have to be off camera. Let's go a little bit of raw sugar simple. 2 bar spoons, that should be plenty. Normally I'd only go 1, but that's a 1-to-1 mix because I was running out of raw sugar. Let's go a couple dashes of Ango this time, since we have it. That's 1 dash of Ango. That's a massive dash. We're going to leave that be. Again, thanks Ian. Give it a quick stir in the glass. Let it get all swirled around. Give that a go. Oh, it's so damn tasty. So good. Why is it so good? It doesn't have any business being that good. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of bitters. So delightful. Anyway, there you have it. Our fallen soldiers of 2024. Or 2023, sorry. It's starting to hit me already. Anyway, good thing it's bedtime. I'm gonna go eat an orange with this, and cheers. Have a good night.